Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, this is going to be a singles storyline. This is also just in time for our full moon. Also, guys, if you did not know this, I have just completed all zodiacs. All 13 zodiacs have a video up now. That's the What You Don't See Coming video that was kind of in honor of this full moon. So, everybody's zodiac is up. If you're looking for it, you can just check the playlist tab, and then it'll be the newest video posted in each and every zodiac. If you're looking for Cancerian, by the way, just know that I do Cancer over on my other channel now, Tarot Dog. But this is a singles storyline. Hi, Leah. Singles storyline begins with a Six of Swords. Okay. We've got somebody who's feeling much more calm, much more peaceful. Somebody could be taking an unexpected little jaunt, maybe having an unexpected afternoon off to go out. I don't know if somebody loves kayaking or they like going out on the water, going out with a friend, getting time to spend with, heck, somebody could spend time with their grandchild or, just doing something fun that maybe their inner child needs to do too. This feels like there's this unexpected amount of a joyful experience. And I feel like it has to do with getting out into nature. I literally think that this card is showing us a physical activity that is like, oh my God, I didn't know how much I needed that. That was so wonderful. We have the Hermit. It allows a character to get some much needed peace, a break from the chaos, a break from, overwhelming energy coming at them all the time. Adulting is fucking hard. And knowing that like everybody needs a break from the tension and taking a deep breath and doing something that reminds us, what, life is really, really good. The planet is actually really, really good. It's just humans make it really fucking hard. But being able to get a much needed breather and do something lovely, getting out into nature, seeing a beautiful day, finding beauty is so important for like a reset. And you notice it's like tuning out for a hot minute. I mean, this could be 30 minutes where it's like not checking a phone, not in front of a screen, getting outside, breathing fresh air, maybe enjoying something that is like, oh, my inner child needed this. It could help a character get a reset, and it could help somebody think about life from the broader perspective, the higher perspective. The Hermit energy is great at, like going inside and asking oneself, okay, now that I've let go of some intense stress, let me ask myself in the bigger picture, how am I feeling? Well, I'm feeling like I could use a little love. What's that song? But good love is hard to find. You got lucky, babe. You got lucky, babe. I feel like a character is saying it is hard to find like the happiness, the consistent like emotional support, the love that we want. But admittedly, we shouldn't only be trying to find happiness through a relationship, right? Happiness should be around us all the time if we're, really focusing on living our best life, because this planet is filled with beautiful things, beautiful people, other things that are non-romantic in nature that also add so much joy to our lives. And I think our character is having this very profound mental shift where it's like, whether I'm single or not, honestly, it is a beautiful life. And honestly, there's a lot of really nice things that, yes, maybe I am single at the moment, but I'm not devastated. I have a beautiful life. Two of Cups in the reverse. I think this is a character that is unexpectedly reprioritizing, and they're saying maybe there has been a bit of a fallacy about like, oh, must have the Two of Cups, must find the one, the only one, the half of me that completes everything, and then life would be great, and without it, it must be shit. That's not true. Of course not. Life is made up of the sweet moments where you feel the spray of the, ocean waves on you while you're outside in a boat doing what you love, the color of that crystal clear Caribbean water, or whatever it is that you do, whatever thing gives you pleasure in life, that's a big component of what makes life amazing. It is not just, sorry, my baby is barking, my phone is buzzing. It is a sudden flurry of excitement, but maybe this is great. Maybe this fits into the story. Life is full of other adventures, other energies around us, and we're supposed to have all those other adventures and energies around us. it makes life better. It makes life richer. It is not just to go find the one romantic partner. And if we don't find the one, I mean, here's one of my big criticisms. The reason I don't get behind the whole Two of Cups. Well, there's lots of reasons, but some people believe, and please know, I don't challenge you on what your belief is. I'm just explaining why I can't buy into the mythos. The idea that it's like two halves of the same soul and there's only one. And it is highly romanticized. Some people are like, oh no, it's not supposed to be just romantic. But I don't even like the idea that it's two halves of the same soul and that oftentimes there is a romantic component, because I'm like, why would you want to date yourself? That seems very self-centered to me. So I would definitely say this gets to be a romantic card, and I don't agree with that. But I also definitely don't agree with the chosen group. I don't like anything that somebody's like, oh, there's only, whatever, 144,000 of the Two of Cups, the twin flames. That's just BS to me. I don't like anything that says only a certain group is special. That doesn't float well with me, because I think everybody is actually divine. Everybody is special, and we all have a purpose. So those are my baseline reasons why I don't like it. But the reason I'm bothering to explain that at all is because I think that sets a really unrealistic bar. And it also makes groups like I'm a special group member or you're not a special group member. And I hate elitism, or I hate grouping people. I just think it's wrong. That's just my thing, and I'll stand on that hill all day. But doesn't mean I'm right. It's just my personal opinion. Please feel free to keep your own opinion. We all should have different opinions, I suppose. But I'm a big fan of equality. So with this in mind, this Two of Cups, I think that our character is kind of the mindset that, what if there's not one perfect person? What if there's nothing to be sad about at all? What if that was the lie? To think I have to be sad unless I find that one perfect person, or to pine for just one person for the rest of my life. It can be romantic to think, you meet one person, you love them, and you're together for the rest of your lives. But I kind of think I think it's beautiful if it's true, and it's, that's what two people want. But oftentimes in life, because of circumstances, because we live a really long time, because we change and grow, because our opinions change, and we all can grow in and out of relationships. Maybe there's more than one person that we could really, really love in this lifetime. And maybe just being okay with the fact that life's going to change, unexpected things are going to happen, but we can still find a way to have great love, great happiness. Maybe we'll never love two different people if in the same way. Probably not, because we're not even going to be the same person if we were in love with somebody at 18 and then in love with somebody else at 72 years old. Maybe we'd be so different that we will love in a different way. Not even to say a better way or a worser way, just different because we're different. This Fool card sideways to me speaks of somebody who is just much more broad-minded at this point and says, I think I got to roll with it. I got to roll with life. And the first thing to roll with life and have the best quality life might be, what if life is filled with many beautiful moments and opportunities? What if life is filled with so many more opportunities that I could have been kind of pushing away if I were only clinging to, I must be miserable unless I can be with this one person? I think our character has just freed themselves from that mindset, and they're like, life is full of a lot of adventures that you wouldn't expect to have. And every day should be something that I can enjoy with or without a particular partner, a particular someone. And maybe they aren't the end all be all anyway. Maybe there's more up ahead that I haven't even fathomed yet. Because today was a good day. Today was a pretty damn good day. Or I guess I should say today was a very good day. So I do love rap music. I love all music. We get the 8 of Coins. Definitely, I think our character is way more happily investing in their life from this point forward. I think that this is such a moment of freedom, such a moment of we get excited about our life again. We get excited about all the different hobbies and things because we're not just focused on a relationship. And we're certainly not just focused on the sadness associated with, losing a perceived one and only. It just it makes things a little bit less dramatic and allows us to still have a good life and realize that our life is very rich and there's many, many relationships, people, situations, things to explore. With that 8 of Pentacles, I think our character is just like having a banger day, looking at all kinds of different things that they're excited about, hobbies, talents. They may be very inspired. Look at how, like, I don't know if she's a fashionista or what, but oh, I would wear everything she's in right now. I love the whole look. I love all of it. It just feels like this character is so rich and textured. And oh, I see you, Angel. Thank you. AC just gifted 5 memberships, you guys. If your name just turned green, please know that is courtesy of AC. That would be Aisha Hayati, Delinda, RT, It's Okay, Sweetie, Elizabeth Shuyer Hamilton, and Drift King. Thank you so much. Thank you, AC. Those of you who just turned green, whose names I just listed with, I'm sorry, Delinda, I didn't mean to put you in there. My apologies. My eyes didn't see things smoothly. You are all now members, though, courtesy of AC. So we have the Hierophant in the reverse. This is, oh, sorry, last thing. If you are a member, please don't forget to check the members playlist. You will find the most recent videos. I do private posts and private videos for members. So anyway, guys, just so you know, you have access to all that now. Hierophant in the reverse, this is Taurian energy. I kind of feel like our character is no longer thinking even about marriage. They're actually kind of just excited about their own life. They're not focused on relationship or romance, especially during this full moon. Tensions or stress or hurt or pain surrounding the idea of I lost the love of my life or what if I never meet them, it's just kind of poof, gone. It doesn't mean that our character, suddenly it's like, oh, I don't need a partner. It's not like the pendulum swings and now they're like anti-partnership. It's just saying that's really not on the agenda. I'm not waiting to get married to somebody or thinking I have to have a marriage partner to make my life more valuable, because I'm so jazzed. I'm so thrilled about all these different things that I love doing, hobbies that I have, talents that I want to pursue, things I want to develop. And really, marriage is not even on their radar at this moment. Which, okay, here's the thing that I always find ironic. It seems like whenever characters are not looking for something, that's when something comes finding them. But let's just see. Let's go for this deck. I really like the complication of it. All right, here we go. What have we got? What have we got? We've got the 4 of Pentacles sideways. I don't know. She's definitely releasing things, but I'm wondering if there's somebody else out there that's releasing things right now as well, because this is shared energy. This is holding on or letting go. And it's like, I'm kind of only holding on to one pentacle, which is me, what I do. And maybe I can let other things go in the rear view. I can go ahead and release things. I can let that vehicle drive away knowing I'm not on that bus. I can let go of the idea of this 2 of Cups or my sorrow surrounding it. I really feel like somebody, and I don't even want to say they were in a false twin flame or a false 2 of Cups, as I've already explained. I'm not really down with the whole thing, never have been. But I just say it's like a profound and meaningful connection. But I think that there's more than one of those in our lifetime. And I just feel like our character is really releasing any sorrow surrounding that. But I think someone else is too. We have judgment. Judgment can be making a judgment call. It can be reconciling. And to reconcile can mean making peace with. It doesn't have to mean we're getting back together. I kind of feel like, you notice how her arms are like, oh, thank goodness. Like, I just feel like I'm finally like letting this go. This feels like the ultimate, and like, oh, the weight has come off my shoulders. Hi, baby. How you doing, kid? You want to come up and say hi? Come here. Come here. I'm sorry. It's dog break. My baby just woke up. Good boy of mine. All right. Sorry, everybody. But once in a while, Aries has to he just shows up and I hear him do his little like huff of air that tells me, Mama, I wake it up. We've got this 5 of Cups. It is sideways. Remember, she had that 5 of Cups also. This is somebody on such a similar path to her. It could be a Scorpio, by the way, but this is possibly a divine masculine who's like, I used to pine for just this one person. You notice how I had 2 of Cups with the big old bottle of champagne, and I thought she was the only one I could love. And it was so devastating that, I didn't end up with her. This could be a masculine who has pined for one person for a long time. And they too, during this full moon, are like, maybe there's not just one person for me. Maybe I've been crying over something, thinking only one person is the only one I could love, and eaten up years of my life. This could be like a good man who's been all tangled up over one person who may not have even been that good of a match for him. And he's kind of releasing himself from that as well. I feel like we got some real similar energy going on right now. Nine of Wands. We got the wounded warrior, more warrior than wounded now. Ready to kind of re-emerge, ready to leave that like jail cell behind and come out and feel free instead. Five of Swords. He's starting to realize, and this is not to vilify, whomever he dealt with in the past, but I think he's starting to see with the reality, you know what? That person I was pining for, I'm not really sure why I was pining for them, because we had a lot more bad times than good. In fact, maybe we were quite a mismatch. They caused me a lot of grief, a lot of hurt, a lot of sorrow, and we fought like all the freaking time. In fact, I don't know if it was even 50% of the time that it was good, because if you got the Five of Cups sideways, that makes, 2.5. If we got the Five of Swords as the other half, so like 7.5 out of 10, we had problems or misery. That doesn't really sound like something worthy of crying over. And I think that's what he's realizing now. Maybe I was hooked up on the wrong person. It's the same thing essentially that this feminine is realizing. Maybe I was hooked up on the wrong person, and it was actually like draining my love of my own life for a while. 10 of Cups. He's saying, I want to commit myself to the idea of a 10 of Cups. I never had a 10 of Cups with the woman I've been crying over or the man I've been crying over, but I want a 10 of Cups. Well, I couldn't have had it with them. That means my 10 of Cups is still ahead. That means I can still have great happiness and I didn't miss out. Babies represent fresh new beginnings and also things that we can nurture and grow together. I think this is, sorry, I have Aries hair in my mouth. I think this is a very good day for him. This moon is really, I want to say, cleaning out the pipes. We are really cleaning out like the subconscious and the conscious mind. We're really, I don't know. I was raised as a farm kid, so like for us, flushing the irrigation pipes was really important and also really joyful when then your irrigation pipe is clear and all your hoses connect and you can water everything that you need to. That's an exciting thing. Okay, sounds weird, but hugely important and very, very exciting. That's what I feel like here. Maybe this doesn't sound like a big deal for these characters to be over X's, but it is bigger than that, because if you can't get water to your crops, guess what? You don't grow food. If you don't grow food, you don't eat. So it's a very big deal. Same thing. If you don't clean out the hurt and the pain and the misconception that there was only one person in my life and it had to be them, but it was always awful and it didn't work anyway, and it's a better thing to have abandoned ship, and now you've got a second chance at great happiness. But if you can't unclog those pipes, you can't get water to the next chapter of your life. You can't create another better relationship. You can't grow. So this is huge, even though it seems to be like big deal. So they're over an X. And it's like, no, they just regained their future. Everything. They got their happiness back. They got their hope back. They got everything back. This is a great, great moon for singles, because chances are a lot of singles still have a lot of pain that they haven't released yet. And if this full moon, remember, this is the strawberry moon, or the moon where berries ripen. And depending on what you read up on, well, I shouldn't say it that way. If you read up on the different naming of the moons out of the Old Farmer's Almanac, you will discover that, at least in North America, all of our full moons are named by the Native Americans who lived here long before we did. And they were so connected to the earth and the earth cycles that most of the names are associated with like animals, plants, things that they observe. And so this is the strawberry moon, because it's the time when the berries would ripen, and that was this very sweet, delicious, yummy harvest. That feels like we should have sweet stuff happening to me. I really like this moon because I feel like it's a very like abundant of good stuff kind of moon. And I would say that's what we were having again and again and again. All of this looks like the best release, and then these sweet like these wins that our characters are having. So I kind of feel like this can't be overestimated enough, how important this moon is in the single world, because single people that have still kind of been, dealing with hurts, this is the time that they genuinely release it, but then more importantly, they get their future back. What does this mean for these two? 10 of Swords. The sad days are over. The bad days are over. The hurts are over. This could really, today could delineate a big difference in how they live their life. They could start to realize they laugh more, they're happier more. They could stop thinking about the ex. They could stop remembering the ex. They could stop ruminating or listening to that old sad song. They could actually start to change pretty significant things in their life. I would not put it past somebody like really doing a top to bottom clean of their house or apartment, it like saging, cleansing their energy. And they may not even realize that they're doing it just because, oh God, it feels so good to refresh my space. I'm picturing somebody like deleting old emails. I'm picturing somebody like just cleaning house, purging, but it's not like they're weeping along the, oh, I'm letting this go. They're not doing like an official full moon ceremony where they have to consciously meditate on this. This is like a joyful, like, I didn't even know why I feel so much lighter. Why is it so fun to clean right now? That 9 of Cups is sideways. I feel like singles all over are a lot happier during this full moon, and they don't even know why. I don't know if they recognize it's because they're back. Sabrina, thank you, Angel. You're so generous. Thank you, love. Hanged Man sideways. The waiting is over. The perspective shift has occurred. The tree of life is going to grow again. New chapters await. This marks the day for big changes for our characters. We got the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. And it's not going to feel like a big slogging effort. It's not going to feel like walking through molasses. It's not. Nobody's going to be thinking, but aren't I too old to love somebody again? Aren't I too old to maybe meet somebody else? Aren't I too old to, change my life? Or, am I going to have to restart my life? There's none of that heaviness or like prematurely aging ourselves or putting up boundaries about what we can have or how happy we can be. This is amazing. This is like probably the best full moon message we've had yet out of all the 13 zodiacs and the today's topics and all of it. This is probably my all-time favorite because I also think it rings the most true. For fictional stories, I still can totally get behind this and say, oh, I believe all this in real life. Like this is my mentality. So I can totally get behind this message, even though it's fake. This is also how I actually think. So I can agree with this. I don't know. I really dig this. Nobody's ever too old. Nobody ever is beyond, having a love story. Nobody is ever at that point where, look at this. There's new all the time. The Page of Cups is the brand new, fresh start of falling in love with our life, possibly meeting somebody and falling in love with them. But I think more than anything, it's like, I think our characters are ready to start talking again, enjoying conversation with strangers, other people, maybe one another. These two could be on a collision course to meet, but I don't want to say that it has to be that. It just says that there's kind of an effortless flow to being happy now. And it's really just because they lifted those burdens and those preconceived notions off their shoulders. Addison, thank you. You sweetheart. Thank you so much. You're so beautiful. Thank you guys. You're so generous. AC, thank you again. All right, you guys, I'm going to dip on out of here. It's really good to see all of you. Lots of love. Forgive me. I've got an appointment that I must disappear to, but I hope you guys are having the best day ever and happy full moon. Bye for right now.